what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us on a day late. We're coming on a day late. My name's Justin Cardoza. I am a professional psychic medium. I also known as the tragic medium. And this we have, who are you?
Broby.
Broby with the clear shirt on. That's not too bad. Not too bad, Tom. All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. Hey, Kevin, Cindy, Tara. Happy birthday, Tara. Very, very happy birthday to you. Natasha, Tracy. Hey, Chelsea. Nancy. All right. Well, huh?
Did it down the bird.
Yeah. Sup. He says sup, not soup. He says sup. All right. So, welcome back, everybody. If this is your first time, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. This is the only channel that will be giving away free spirit readings once a week, if not more.
Look.
Hey, Rocio.
Hey,
Yep,
look.
okay. So, and this is, who are you today?
Broby.
Broby. Okay. Okay. See you later, man. We'll call you back. Okay? You done?
Yeah.
All right. Take it easy. All right. So, how has everyone's week been? Getting ready for Halloween as the veil thins. Got what, full moon going on? Evidently, I think. Yeah. So, that's cool. So we do free spirit readings here. Also, if you have just a general question on what a general overall reading, we do card readings. Those are $25, payable through, and you hit exclamation point tip in the chat. It will pop up to where you can go ahead and make that payment. All right. So thanks so much for everybody joining us. I got purple. Hang on. Let's try to get that different. Bang, bang. All right. Still haven't figured that part out yet to get the red. Hopefully that'll do it. All right. So, if this is your first time here, basically the way that I work is when I'm doing a spirit reading is if I get a spirit coming through, it is, they come through with usually three clues as to who it is, three symbols, and all three of those things have to match. Okay? Just checking to see if we've got anyone there. I think everybody's been here before and kind of knows kind of how it works. Now, here's the thing. If it is for you, if it makes sense for you, or even makes sense for maybe somebody that you know, please speak up. Say something. All right? Okay. And welcome, Cherie. Welcome back. And Roseanne will be with us shortly. Yeah, I know. I'm not messing with it.
He needs help.
What?
I don't need help with it.
I don't need help. I'm good.
Technical difficulties.
Ding, 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 ding. There. Let's see. Try that. That'll work. Okay. All right. You know, Lily, here's the thing. So Lily asks, her grandmother died before she was born, and she's wondering if she's protecting you. Well, we've got guardian angels that keep us protected on the daily. And family members, ancestors, things like that definitely look after us. I mean, so you should feel good about that. So look, the way that it works from the best of my understanding is that yeah, our family members look after us, but as far as like protection and asking them for strength, they could kind of guide us in the right direction, but it all really lies within us. No, that's an unpopular sentiment nowadays. You know, everybody kind of wants things handed to them on a silver platter from the other side. But, you know, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. I mean, you know, people pray for strength all the time, and really, the strength is all within you. Okay? It's really, really important. All right, so just seeing if we got anybody there on the other side. Is it Thanksgiving for Canada today?
I
Really?
think so. It was either today or yesterday. I don't know.
All right, so I got a father figure coming through. All right, and he's showing me the number 7 is prominent, and it feels like he worked with his hands. So I don't know if it's like an auto mechanic, but it feels like it was something auto related, or definitely working with his hands. And he has passed. He's on the other side. He's coming through.
So what are they against? What are we to pick it out?
Older male father figure coming through.
What else?
Number 7 is prominent, so that would be like either the 7th of the month or like July or something prominent with the 7. And he worked with his hands. It feels like I'm seeing turning a wrench. So to me, that would be probably auto mechanic. Feels like auto related. Now look, all 3 things have to match. So you know the number 7 is showing prominent. And he's showing me a bedroom, so a bedroom with like pink bears in it. There's a lot of pink. I understand, Lily. Don't give information though, guys. Just let it come to me. All right. Just if it makes sense for you, I just need you to confirm what makes sense. Yeah, but Michelle, where's the 7 come into play? So for me, numbers can represent a couple of different things. Yeah, I don't think it's for you, Lily. Just, you know, it doesn't feel that way. Just trying to get more information from him.
Anyone?
Mm-hmm. And he's showing me some sort of a screen door reference. He's showing me a screen door, so I don't know if there's something that happened with the screen door. That and the pink bedroom. Like this pink bedroom showing me saying pink bedroom, there's like lots of pink in it, but like bears and stuff like that. Yeah, worked with his hands. Definitely worked with his hands. So here's the thing, the message that he's coming through with is that the person that he's coming through with has been suffering with terrible anxiety over their living situation. And this person's been really talking with him a lot. They're not sure if he hears them or not. But they've been praying a lot about this situation. You know, worried about finances and letting everything kind of go.
Nobody's claiming them? Huh?
I don't know. He's just kind of just having him go. All right.
You look like the shop.
It's making sense for you, Tara. Okay. He's rather a straight to the point kind of guy. Like, I'm trying to get more information from him for confirmation. And he's like, no, let's just get right to the message. Because who it's for will know who it's for. Okay. All right. And he's saying to make reference to the last Christmas. Not last Christmas, but the last Christmas. And I don't know what that means, so I'm just going to leave that out there for you. Tara, I'm trying to get more in-depth info for you to make sure, you know what I'm saying? I know you know, but it's always about trying to get as much as possible. You know what I mean? I mean, you know how I work. Hey, can you do me a favor? Close that door. Please.
Tell him to make it count.
I am. And I have. He's telling me to reference his ring. His ring. And he's saying like a thank you to whoever is taking care of his ring. He's wanting to reassure you that okay, so what I'm getting is he's saying like that you had an opportunity to move a little while back, but you chose against it, and now it's something that's been plaguing you in regards to like, man, did I make the right decision in not moving? Or it feels like that. Okay. And he's wanting to reassure you that you did make the right decision. This feels like it wasn't that long ago. And he's wanting to, like, make you rest assured. See, then you get clowns like this. Tom, come ban somebody for me. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got it, mommy. I know how to do it. You gotta do it a certain way. I'm here.
Lol. Ho 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 ho.
No.
What? Who? Which one?
Me, can I?
Yeah, come on. Come on. I'm not even gonna mess around. Ha 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 ha. Have fun, jackass. It's all good, man. Anyway. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
It's not even any needs, just somebody being silly. That's all. But whatever. Not even worried about it.
It's okay, I got a trusty calculator to protect me. Can you fix that screen? Because push it down. No.
What?
Why is it so weird?
It's so weird.
Let me move over. There you go. Alright.
All right.
There you go.
we go.
They summoned him in Salem tonight. Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, how's it going? Hello.
It's all good. Ignore him. No big deal. He's gone.
Hey,
worries.
hey. Good.
Look at you. Well, I'll tell you what. You know what? Don't ban him. That's fine.
No, let
You're a
him
bunch
let
of
him
idiots.
go. Let him go. Why don't you preach him some holy gospel?
They know. See, that's what they're trying to get. I'm not going to feed the trolls. He's probably got 1 million of those accounts. Here's the sad part. It's somebody who is at home on a Sunday, you know, lonely, sad, depressed, feels like God did him wrong, and so he turns to the opposite of that. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. You know, a girl probably broke his heart at some point. You know?
Maybe the last vagina he saw was his mother's.
Let's not even go there. Let's not even... I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. You know what I mean? Hey, welcome, Leslie.
Hey, so if you're new and you're here and you're new to us and our channel, then please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell.
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
He
hello,
needs
everybody.
Snickers. Yeah, no doubt. It's like, whatever, man. It's close to Halloween. Whatever, man. You know, whatever floats your boat, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's bored, trying to get a laugh. It's cool, man. I'm used to trolls. It's alright. Ain't no thing.
I know, that's a pretty good comment.
I can't stop him from crying at this point. He's just getting mad.
It's because he's been up since early. You know? That was funny.
Compared to yesterday, right? It's still curly.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on, man. Literally.
Yo,
Wow.
who are you reading?
No one now. No one right now.
Yeah, please, calm down, please.
So, these yahoos.
Do me a favor. Can you take the map and go out there? Ooh, that's wind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. It was a quick one. So,
What the hell are you doing?
I'm just feeling your hands. Thank you, Dana. You all have been so nice. Well, why don't you read somebody a card reading if you don't have a spirit come through at the moment? You're feeling something. He's got something brewing. I feel him.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're new, here's the deal. If you want a card reading, it's $25 for a full card reading. And I'm not going to say any more because there's
No,
something...
you go ahead. No, you're fine.
So if you want a
Hey,
card
Princess
reading,
Laura.
okay, then all you have to do is hit, what is it? I'm going to go with that.
We'll deal with that. Attic fan makes the door slam. Hang on one sec, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Meltdown City over there, man. Up early. Hey, Julia, thank you for the sub. Meltdown City, man. Get up early, you know what I mean? Fighting off sleep, all of that. So, welcome back. I'll be honest, man, I'm kind of just kind of don't let that door slam again.
Wait, Mom, again. I wasn't meaning to slam it.
I know, man, the attic fan. I know.
I'm sorry about that.
So, while I am waiting on, I think October was when I took a break last year, wasn't it?
Actually, you didn't take a break in November. You took a break. It was November 1st, and it was a horrible night. And it was, yeah. And then that was the last live you did. Oh no, it was December 1st.
Was it?
December
Wasn't
1st,
that late?
yeah.
Made it that far, huh? Yeah, sure, Princess Laura. Whatever. Go ahead.
I love those
Got nothing
trolls
else.
that just come on here. It's like, wow, that's real original. Doing it 3 times.
Oh,
Like, do something original, please. Thank you.
yeah, I know, man. Jeez. Whatever. It's like, clown. Oh, man. Yeah, I've been in a weird mood all day.
Yeah, it's been kind of a weird week, you know?
One me having your phone ringing. It's, as we get closer to Halloween, it's like, it's weird, man.
Yeah.
It's weird. And I think the full moon's got, you know what? Full moon's probably making them wacky a little bit, too. That's true. That's real. So. So, yeah, Princess Laura, what's your question? Was it about a guy? Is it about, does so-and-so feel the same way about you? I called it. I called it before it even came out. Julia is going to ask the same question. So here's the patented answer. Ladies. Psychic Satan. Oh boy, wow. Just, you know what, man? I get it, dude. Psychic Satan. I get it, man. Here's the thing, man. you're going to expect me to go on some biblical tirade about how you're wrong and I'm going to pray for you. Man, look, I know you're just clowning. I'm not going to feed into it. I'm not even mad. I ain't even mad, bro. I ain't even mad. So here's the deal. Go find somebody who will get mad, that will get your rocks off. Because that's what you're looking for, man.
There are enough of them on there.
There's enough. Yeah, man, just take it elsewhere, man. I ain't mad at you. Go do your thing, dog. For real. I'm like, whatever. You know? It's silly. It's silly. Not even original, man. Oh, clearly. I'm clearly triggered. Yeah, you know, I guess. Sure. Does that make you feel better? Have a great day. Do you at least have anything, like any clever banter to go back and forth with? He's looking for interruption. Nah, you know... Here's the thing. He can look for interruption all he wants. Okay? It's not even that's interrupting me. You know? I just don't have anything coming through right now. If I did, you think I'd give this guy an ounce of attention? Come on. Come on. Anyone knows me knows better than that. And I don't get triggered.
Right now he's like, new brand account, new brand account, new brand account. You know.
Probably has the max amount of Google accounts. So, it's all good. It's all good, man. The way that you stop a troll is ask them for clever banter. Something at least entertaining. Mm-hmm. That's not just entertaining to you. At least be considerate and entertain the entire group.
Yes.
Can't do it.
Well, and here's the thing. It's like, you know, it's just like the Facebook ones. You know,
Oh, with the couch?
Okay, couch isn't funny. It may have been funny, like 2 years ago, okay? But it isn't 2 years ago. That's a dead meme. And that's what they call a dead meme, okay?
Right.
So stop spamming it, because it makes you look stupid.
Anyway.
Now, as for the people who fall for
I'm waiting for the second question. Did I miss it? Not yet, Ima. Not yet. So, did I miss the second question? Because I'm fairly certain that it was probably going to be about a guy again, too, yeah? Because that's when women say, can I ask a question? 9 times out of 10, that's the question. Does so-and-so...
ask the question. The same thing.
Yeah. I don't know. It's mostly women, though. And here's the thing, man. I am not being disparaging towards you ladies. Please understand that. But it's like, man, why are you coming on and asking... Because I know you're asking other psychics. Why are you asking a psychic anyway? If you have to ask a psychic, man, what does that tell you? Don't you deserve a man or a significant other that is going to let you know how they feel about you? Aren't you worthy of that? That's the question you need to be asking. Am I worthy of that? And that's not an answer to a question that I could give you. That's an answer you can only get from yourself. Because let me tell you something. If a guy's into you, he's going to let you know that he's into you.
If you want questions answered, they are $25. They are a full reading. All you have to do, Dominic, what do you have to do?
Type in exclamation point.
I just had to put that out there because there's really no reading that's going to answer that. It's
Hi, Kristen.
I feel on edge. I feel like kind of like I don't know. I feel kind of gruff tonight. Like,
I'm just waiting. Congratulations, Ima. Well, if you're feeling on edge,
But I answered your question anyway. The answer to your question is another question. Are you worth it, man? Are you worth... Oh, I'm not even going into it. Because it feels like I'm talking... Oh, what do you think it was?
what about some dude?
Yeah. Look. I'm not...
Bring it, servant!
Come on.
Nah.
What'd I tell you, man?
No, let's let it evolve. Come on, man. Use your discernment. You got a shit sitter.
Mm-hmm. But that's what they want, man. Don't you see?
I know. I love it. So, who's got some serious questions they want answered?
Haters gonna hate, man.
Yeah, it's that time of the year.
Yeah, like I said, man, it's just somebody clowning around. It's like, whatever.
It could be worse. You could be making like cleaning videos and somebody trolling you on that.
Oh, God.
Well, I mean, everybody gets it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it happens, too.
It does. And I mean, anybody who has that in their name doesn't have any power.
No.
They're just morons, I mean, so it's you don't give it any attention because they're so desperate for attention.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. They're just
so
sad, pathetic people.
Yeah, that's the intuitive emotion, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is neglect.
It is neglect.
They've been neglected as a child, neglected as a teenager, neglected as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Never grew out of their emo phase because they thought the emo phase would be, that's their way of rebelling, but
they do this because they're hated at school or they get it at school.
Yeah,
And, or, they're just, it is neglect, whatever you want to
I
call it.
feel bad for them, man. I feel bad for them. They got to beef somewhere. It's all right. Whatever.
Well,
it's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have any, they are just low vibrations. They're just, you know what they are? They're like fleas that just come back and keep, trying to make you scratch. But here's the lesson behind this. Those are the people that when you pray for those
who
cannot pray for themselves.
Right.
Because they absolutely cannot pray for themselves.
No.
Kristen Carey wants a reading.
Okay.
And you get to do it tonight because you get your, but we're going to do it together, but you're going to do it. Because I've read her before, but you have not. Hi, Angel. Remember, if you're new on here, and thank you, Kristen, thank you so much for that. If you are new on here, make sure you please subscribe and hit the bell.
Go ahead, man.
I told you. I'm just saying subscribe and hit the bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, do you think?
That's it. That's all I got. What do you
That's
want me
all
to
you
do?
got?
What do you want me to do? I say the same thing all the time. Subscribe, hit the bell. If you want a card reading, we're about to do a card reading. We only do 25 card pulls. Okay.
Full card pulls.
Full card pulls, yeah. 25 card pulls, what am I thinking? Full card pulls. We don't do one card, we don't do 3
we'll
cards.
just give you the whole deck.
Why? Let me tell you why, okay? Because guess what? One card, just like asking one question. Does one question answer anything? No, it leads to another question, right? Because we all want to know more. So,
unless the question is so and so married. But then the question now becomes, well, damn, shouldn't you know? And if you got a suspicion, I'm so tired of having to say, aren't you worth more than being with somebody that fills you with suspicion? Like, damn, man, really? Come on.
but you know what? It's the same context of the troll. It's an
exhausting.
unworthy
Yeah, they
feeling.
don't feel worthy.
They don't feel worthy. It's an intuitive emotion, which is something that you can learn on lightworkereducation.org.
Oh, here we go. Careful.
What?
I'm just saying.
Hello, gonna try to sneak on when everyone else is watching. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Rachel Mullet.
Oh, they have a hockey game. Like, we have a football game here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
But today's their Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know that. That's what I said.
Yeah. So, yes, lightworkereducation.org is for people who are empaths, sensitives, psychic mediums, people who have that budding thing about themselves that they want to develop. So, when he's talking about people who have, that self, just, thank you, Jessica, you're wanting a reading, right? I need my book so I can write that down. People who have that self-loathingness about themselves, it's all about, it's an intuitive emotion.
Oh, they infected you now, Nancy, too. Ah, come on.
What'd they do?
She's making a joke.
Oh. Nancy.
Yeah, you want to shuffle these up for me?
Sure. Why, you like the way I shuffle?
Yes.
Okay, so we're doing
Kristen Carey?
Kristen Carey.
Yep.
And then Jessica was in after.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, yes, it is very cool with card readings. Card readings are great because they give you insight. They keep you on track. They just keep you. It's like just another pat on the back, reassurance. That gentle nudge you need sometimes. Yeah. Or sometimes it's a punch, depending on, when you're not paying attention to what it is that you're ignoring.
Hey, Rosa?
Hey, Rosa. Hi, Michelle. Pump up the jam.
I am. I'm tapping into Kristen's energy right now.
Okay.
God, she is just a ball of anxiety.
You're not talking very loud, it seems like.
Can everybody hear me? I'm talking normally. I know I'm talking crow guys. Stop tapping on the table before it's like boof, boof, boof.
Who?
Me. Just keep going. Alright. Everybody hears me just fine. See? It's just you. Just you.
Okay.
So, Kristen, let me tell you. Don't do that near the mic. Because then it's like, boom. The headphones start flipping out. Okay? Before we do this, I want you to take like 3 deep breaths slowly. Because, man, your anxiety is like through the roof right now. Like, I'm feeling it all in my chest. Okay? Rip headphone users? Yeah. It's worse than the door slam. Yeah, I know.
Sorry, that was the attic fan.
Yeah. This thing. There we go. Stupid thing. Okay. So, Kristen, you ready? Okay. So the first card that we got for you is the retreat card. Okay. This is, what do you call it? The heart card, the anchor card, right? It's the one that is the core basis of everything else. Okay. Now, the retreat card, what that's telling me is that you have gotten to a point to where it feels like you've just kind of curled up and went inside your shell like a roly-poly. You know, remember when we were kids? The little bug would roll into a ball. Okay? Basically turtled. You just went inside. Thinking that that's going to help you escape this anxiety that you're feeling. That was going to grant you a safe passage, which it's not. It's not now. And I mean, what I see is that you have like completely shut yourself off from everybody and everything. Okay. Like feelings wise, it's like you're wanting to just completely disconnect and just shut down. But you know that something is missing inside. And you want to find that thing that's going to feed your soul. But you want to be able to stay inside your shell at the same time. Okay? So, those two aren't compatible. Okay? You can't find the thing that's going to feed your soul. I see what it is. Okay, there it is. Thank you for opening up.
Did you you see what Michelle trained?
You're tired of being defined by your circumstances. You're wanting to know what happened to Kristen. Because you feel like when people look at you, they don't see Kristen, they just see the circumstances that Kristen is dealing with. And it feels like you've lost yourself, so you've cocooned within yourself to try to find that. And it's because people have been looking at you as the total sum of your specific circumstances that you aren't feeling loved, because they don't see you as Kristen, they see you as X, Y, and Z. And I feel like you've been on this like journey of searching for deeper meaning in things and trying to find a deep longing within yourself, trying to figure out just your place and where you belong. But I feel like that these dark thoughts have invaded your mind, saying, "What's the point? Kristen's gone. All people are ever going to see me is X, Y, Z." You know what I'm saying? And it's...
Is this making sense to you, Kristen? Keep going. Yes.
Yeah, I know.
I know, I'm just wondering.
You went inside looking for answers, looking for something that was gonna, bring, try to get back in touch with who you were as a child and try to bring that to the forefront, that vibrancy. You know what it feels like? It feels like, talking from your perspective, right? It feels almost like just your energy is constantly being drained from you. This has eroded away a lot of your beliefs about the world. It's starting to chip away at your faith. Although the faith you're pretty resolute in, you're really good at hanging on to your faith, but it's chipped away at your ability to lead your family, to lead people, to lead yourself. The only constant is your generosity of spirit. Your only constant is your generosity of spirit. Which is kind of an irony, if you will, because it's like you're all tucked inside of yourself, and you kind of keep people at arm's length. They can't get beyond the shell, but you're incredibly generous with everyone except yourself. And that's kind of a theme, isn't it? But I think the thing that hurts you the most is it's not the fact that your acquaintances look at you as the sum of your difficulties, but those that are closest to you, you feel like look at you as the sum of your difficulties. That Kristen is no longer there. Like, you know what I mean? You just want to be Kristen again. But yet you don't say that for fear of what the reaction will be. But what I can tell you is that here's a little bonus, is that if you do say what you're thinking, how you're feeling, I am 90% sure, no, more than that, 99% sure it's going to be reciprocated the other way as well. So how you're feeling is being mirrored by this other person. Does that make sense to you? It won't make sense until you talk about it with them. Okay? But the answer is very simple. You need a partner in crime in this. Okay? You can't let communication barriers break down. Because you each deal with things in your own way, but you cannot let those communication barriers break down. Because everybody's got their own escapism, and you can't allow your escapism to override your communication. So when I give a reading, I don't like just giving you, generalized things. I always want to try to give you something actionable that you could do to help turn the thing around, right? So that actionable thing is actually talking about how you're feeling. That isn't selfish. See, this is that generosity thing, right? So the generosity thing of being willing to give the shirt off your back for anybody, but not being generous enough to yourself to live in your truth. Because you want to spare somebody else's feelings. You're worried about how it will affect them. But I'm telling you that it's you guys are feeling the same thing around the same time. Okay, does that make sense for you?
Yeah, she's awfully quiet.
So can you commit to doing that for yourself?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Kristen.
Come on.
He's good.
I want you to commit to doing that for yourself. Not for me, not for anyone else, but for yourself. Just talk. Because just talking can't be any worse than what you're silently dealing with. You know what I mean? Okay.
I just got
I know.
a big wave of her anxiety and emotion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Alright. I know. It's all in time, man. You'll know when it's time. Just do a little better every day. Be okay. It'll be alright. No, see, and that's classic mistaken thinking. It's not easier to deal with stuff by yourself. It absolutely is not. Okay? That's what drives wedges in between relationships. I promise you. I'm telling you. Psychically, I'm telling you. Alright? You're not in it alone, so stop acting that way. Because the more you act that way, the more it's a weird dynamic. Because ironically, this is where the whole LWE students, listen to this very carefully. You know, I talk about duality a lot. this, guys, is a classic case of human duality at work. Okay? The duality, and that's what creates irony in the human condition. Is that because, Kristen, you are so generous that you want to spare someone's feelings, that you're willing to deal with things on your own, which is ultimately detrimental to you. But the irony of that, because in your mind the duality thinking is, I'm going to spare you and deal with it myself so you don't have to. But the irony of that is, on the flip side of that mirror is, well, damn, they're not really talking to me anymore. Did I do something wrong? And now you're creating a wedge between you. And so, well, you know what? I'm not going to bother her because she's clearly going through some things. So I'm going to deal with it myself. Then all of a sudden, ironically, now back to you. Now you're saying, well, damn, they feel cold. He feels distant. You know? Jeez, man, it just ain't the same. And it's all a communication factor, just simply by both people not wanting to burden the other. But don't you understand? A bundle of twigs is stronger than a single twig. We're stronger together. It's very simple, but these are the tricks that the Dark One plays on our minds. Look, guys, the Dark One isn't somebody coming on your lives saying that they're Satan. That's stupid. The true Dark One lies within the mind, and it attacks with fear.
Amen.
Okay?
That's an amen right there.
That's how the Dark One works, guys. He's not a boogeyman with a pitchfork and flames, okay? Evil has no power except that what we give it. And we don't mean to give it. We don't knowingly give it. But we give in to the whispers in our own mind of, hey, don't tell them that. Aren't they burdened enough? Deal with it on your own. Trust me, they'll thank you for it. Meanwhile, on the flip side, he's whispering in the other ear saying, hey, look, notice how they're not talking to you anymore? They don't love you anymore. Then they go back, so they start feeling, and it's a whisper game back and forth because darkness attacks at the mind. It's the only tool that darkness has. That's the true war of light versus dark, guys. I know, Cindy, that's how all of these things are, man. That's how these readings are. They're going to, if you listen, if you truly listen, they're broad spectrum. They're going to apply to other people.
Thank you.
All right, Kristen, makes sense? Who do I have next?
You have Jessica. Jessica.
You shuffle.
Okay.
Give me a bottle of water.
So can I watch our reading? If you're new and you're here and you're on tonight, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified of the next reading live, well, when we go live again. Normally it's twice a week. Definitely hit the thumbs up, guys. You need to hit the thumbs up so that way you hit the thumbs up if you like what you see. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Leslie. Thank you. So, spirit readings are a give back. If you're wanting to do a private spirit reading with Justin, you can get with him by messaging him through In our description, we have our Facebook link, and you can message them on our Facebook page. Private readings have no time limit. Right now, we're doing card readings for people, and the card readings are full card pull. We don't do 1 card pulls, we don't do 3 card pulls, because one question leads to another question. Answers can't be answered in 3 questions, or 3 cards, or 1 card, or whatever.
Yeah, no, we always
It's
try
about
to give,
guidance.
like, something actionable.
It's actionable, right.
So it's not just a bunch of,
Because your life is a journey, and it's about the winding roads that you take. It's about the stuff that we stuff down in those crevices that we're trying to awaken. We sometimes just need reassurance. We need that extra push or nudge, or like just, I said, punch, to get us going in the direction that we need. Sometimes we just need to feel that love and support from somebody else out there, knowing that we're not alone and that we're not crazy for thinking what we're thinking, or yeah, I am right. Life is never about achieving complete, total enlightenment. There's no such thing. Life is a complete journey. Dalai Lama will never receive enlightenment. The Pope doesn't have enlightenment. Enlightenment is never, it's not something you can achieve on earth.
Something to strive for.
Something to strive for, but it's about self-introspection and really taking inventory of yourself. And understanding why you guys do, or we do, or people do the things that we do. Why do we react the way we react? Why do we keep making the same mistakes over and over, without learning the lessons? Like I say, your life is like the lessons the experiences that you go through in your life are experiences. But at some point, when you learn enough about that moment in time and that collective experience, when you learn, okay, hey, I don't want to date that kind of guy. I don't want that type of person in my life. I want this in my life. Then it becomes, you've learned a lesson. And then you're able to move on. Does it mean that you don't tether back and forth? Of course, because we're human, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's about being cognitively aware of what you're doing. That's self-introspection. There are people who will walk this earth and never scratch the surface. Because it's like I say, your life is like a book. Your birth is the cover, your death is the back end of the book. And the table of contents is the life lessons. And in those chapters are the experiences. And I have met people, trust me, they weren't even to the table of contents. Needless to say, I wasn't friends with them or in relationships with those people for very long. But that's my point. I'm trying to give you a metaphor to kind of understand it. But self-introspection is extremely important. So when I see other psychics and intuitives or whatever, doing just 1 cards or 3 card pulls, where people come, can I ask a question? Listen, one question always leads to another. This isn't about, I'm sorry I do that. It's just not about, life cannot be summed up in one sentence. It cannot be summed up in one question. It just isn't. Huh? No. So, right now, Jessica, are you ready? There you go, sir. Knock yourself out. And then we have Michelle. So, if you are wanting a card reading, it is $25. And Dominic has the link up there to click on. You feeling a little pepped up now?
I'm cool, man.
I know. You got like a really like low vibration tonight.
Low vibration.
No, I'm
I got high vibration.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Jessica's ready. Oh, my cards weren't good enough, huh? It's okay. I know what you're doing.
Boy, that full moon energy is affecting you ladies, huh? Boy, oh boy. Okay. Wow. All right. That's why I'm so low key. Is I'm just chilling, man. I have to. Otherwise, it's wow. All right. So number 2, all over the place. All right. So first card up is the Jessica. Is the emotions card. Okay.
The anchor card,
it's the anchor card, the heart card. Because, I mean, you've been bouncing around like a flea on a hot tin roof. It's a Looney Tunes reference, by the way. You had all over the place, just up, down, and whew, it's exhausting, isn't it? And here's the thing. You've been trying so hard to keep the emotional roller coaster that you're on under wraps. That you really been making compromises in who you are. And you chalk them up to the fact, again, same kind of deal in a different way. You make the compromises in who you are, but it's not to appease any other person. It is to hide the fact that you're going through this emotional roller coaster. It's a pride thing. It's a pride thing. Okay. And it's crazy because here's the thing. In your mind, you keep telling yourself that, no, this is, it's just going to end soon. I'm supposed to learn something from it. But you're so focused on the emotional energy of the situation, of the here and now. So this is a unique situation for you, right? Because here's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like, okay, you're spiritually aware enough to know that you're going through a hard time right now. And that these hard times are designed to teach you a lesson spiritually to help you get further ahead, or however you want to put it. Right? Makes sense so far? Okay. But here's the thing. You know you're waiting for a learning experience. You know that. But you're missing it because you're focused on the emotional aspect of what's going on right now, rather than taking a step back and looking at the whole picture. And I know that's difficult to grasp. Trust me, I know. Because when you're in the midst of it, all you can do is feel what it is, because it's so damn intense. So you're missing the learning experience because you're not this is one of those rare instances where you have to actually look backwards and look ahead. Normally I tell people that they spend too much time looking forwards and looking backwards, that they're not living in the now. I'm sure you've heard me say that. It's the exact opposite for you. Because of the emotional roller coaster, you're only living in the emotional roller coaster. And you're feeling like your life is on repeat. You're like on track number 15 and you hit the repeat button. And you're like, man, this keeps repeating, so I know there's a lesson in it somewhere. But then you just get so focused on the emotions of it. So here's the thing. You got the You Found It card, right? That's great. That means that you're aware that something is going on. But we can't break out of the dynamic of just being solely focused on the emotional roller coaster. So much so that it's affecting everything. Even so much so that you have anxiety about having anxiety. See what I'm saying? So like, if you run from, I'm just using an example, if you run from your door to your car, your heart's beating just a little bit. Oh my God, is that an anxiety attack? Like, no man, you just ran, a block or whatever. You have anxiety about your anxiety. And me just saying this is giving you anxiety now. So we gotta chill, man. You gotta chill, because it's messing everything up. It's messing up sleep patterns. It's messing up your confidence in yourself. Okay? You don't even know what you want to do with yourself anymore. Like, you don't know what makes you happy, because it's so crazy, because the emotional roller coaster has been going on for so long that you're afraid that if you think of something that might make you happy, it'll just bring the anxiety with it. Alright, so that's a broken way of thinking. The good thing is that your faith is still there. Your faith in God, the faith in the universe, whatever you want to say. The faith that you know, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that this is designed to teach you something, but you just need a leg up on how to break the cycle. So how do we do that? Right? How do we break the cycle? Your faith is strong, okay? But I need you to pray. Your faith is strong, but the faith in your own prayers is non-existent. But let me explain what that means. Is that when we know that God is there and God is listening to us, and like we know there's a knowing. And I'm speaking from personal experience because this is how I get it, right? Like, I get what you're going through. Like, yeah, I believe in God, of course. And you know that this is designed to teach you something, but damn it, what? What? So your faith is there, but you're angry. You're angry about having to go through such a rough time, right? So you stop praying. Because you're just like, you know what, man, I'm just going to weather the storm. But yet the storm just keeps on churning. Well, damn. What's broken? Your prayer. Because you see, when we stop praying but we still have faith, that means we're not praying right, okay? It means that you're praying, but you're praying hollow words. It means that you're not praying in the way that it was meant to be. The fact that when we pray, it means that you're acknowledging God, number one. So acknowledgement isn't the problem for you. The problem is taking on the responsibility of satisfying your own prayers instead of when you say your prayers, you give it to God and let it go. And ironically enough, you would have no problem saying prayers for other people because you have this protector's instinct about you. It's a motherly instinct for all people. And you have no problem saying prayers for them. It's saying prayers for yourself. And it's there it is. You have this intuitive emotion of deep down, you feel like you don't deserve it. You feel like you don't deserve it. And I'm here to tell you right now that you do. You deserve to be free of the anxiety. You deserve to be free of the racing thoughts. And the reason that you stop praying is because you asked for forgiveness for whatever it was that you are still holding yourself accountable for. Now, here's the thing, guys. When we pray and we ask God for forgiveness, done. Done. That's what Jesus died on the cross for. It's already done. You don't have to ask again. So if you're still beating yourself up, it's because you didn't receive it. It's there. It's just floating around you. It's floating all around you. Your forgiveness is there. It's sitting on your shoulder waiting for you to just go and put it in your pocket. Mm-hmm. It's not going to go anywhere. It's already there. Mm-hmm. You just have to be willing to pick it up and take it with you. Yeah. So how do we get there? That's the question, right? How do we get there? How do we get to that point of being able to accept that forgiveness? We go back to the broken spot. Prayer. Say, God, look, I know, it doesn't have to be the whole Hail Mary and the whole 9 yards. It doesn't need to be all that. Just say, hey, man, look, I'm having trouble accepting your forgiveness. I need you to show me a way. Just talk, man. Talk from the heart and actually know that it's see, unlike us, our prayers, they're received. They're up there. They're gone. Got it. It's up to us to receive the response, though. You know what I mean? And I'm praying that you realize that you're the one holding yourself back. You're the one holding yourself back from receiving that forgiveness. Because it's already there. You have to come to a place of acceptance of who you are. let me tell you something. Who you are is not the sum total of your actions on earth. Who you are is not what you do for a living. Who you are is not your vices, or the mistakes that you've made, or the victories that you've had. Who you are is deep down, and it lies even beneath your spirit. It's your soul. That's who you are. And your soul is a direct mirror of God. That is what you have to come to terms with. That's what you have to accept. You have to cast off this spirit of guilt and jealousy. And you have to be willing to accept love and grace. You see, you were taught. Oh, there it is. Sorry, the layers keep peeling back. So going off book here a little bit, but you were taught from an early age that you were difficult to love. Not through anything that anyone said to you, but through their actions. You're a very observant person, and you were an observant child. And you knew things were always different for you. And so this is a culmination, because I'm seeing a lot of what I've gone through in life. And I think, let me help you out a little bit. You're thinking that the lesson is now, but the lesson has been your whole life. And so if you go back and really think about it, you were taught to guard your love and not be willing to give it away so freely, even though that went against everything that you are. You were born into a situation where it was difficult for you to receive love, so you were taught that taught you that it was difficult to give love. The difficulty in receiving love is damaging your receiving of the forgiveness, because forgiveness is unconditional love, and that's not your fault. And I'm not expecting you to respond to this, because I know that this is very, very personal, and I'm sorry to go there, but you need to hear it, because it's the way. Take some time and think about what I'm saying. Walk yourself back all the way through childhood and look at it as if you're watching a movie screen from a third-person perspective, and remove all emotion from it, like you're watching a movie. Okay? And you'll see the exact points in life that made you that showed you why it's difficult for you to accept love. Okay? Because once you understand the why, then you can consciously decide to change it. It's not like you're fighting a specter or a ghost. You'll know exactly why and how things happened, and you can decide at that point to consciously make the change. Okay, makes sense for you? Okay. Good.
If you're just joining us, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up if you are enjoying what Justin is doing tonight. He is doing card readings tonight, and so he just got done with Jessica. Thank you, Jessica, for allowing him to read you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm in the zone.
In the zone. Okay, so we also got another Tim Carey. I'm imagining that's for you, correct? I just wanted to let you know that, yeah. And Michelle is next. Michelle, and then Tim.
I think so. It's kind of interrupted there, and it's okay. If it's meant to be, it'll come back.
I'm going to go turn that off. But you have Michelle Trahan. Michelle Trahan.
Okay.
So if anybody is wanting a card reading with Justin tonight, it is a $25 full card pull. And as you can tell, Justin's very, very in-depth. And he's in the zone tonight, guys, so... But definitely subscribe if you are new, and welcome. We appreciate all the people who have donated tonight or, you know, paid for a card reading. We totally appreciate that, and thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Family game night. It's all good. That is all good.
Michelle, are you still on? Yeah, she's there. Okay. I'm gonna go turn that fan off because it's
Thank you.
cold.
Yeah.
Give you his medicine. All right. So if you know somebody that would, yeah, I see her now. It's different having Justin do the full card readings, huh? He gives a different perspective than I do.
Not as animated, though. Not as entertaining.
Well, you know, it doesn't matter. It's about the message.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Joss. Michelle. And then after that, it's Tim. Like, okay.
Okay.
She goes first.
Just trying to decipher the energy for you. Just bear with me 1 second, Michelle, okay? I gotta tell you, this entire spread is really pointing to one thing, and that is you have this abundance of love to give. And I'm feeling a level of frustration because you have no outlet with which to release it. Or not enough outlets to release it. Let's put it that way. So the first card that I get for you is the Mother card, which immediately I got like unconditional love with it. There's this feeling of unconditional love within you. And then I got like blessings of abundance, which is upside down, which it feels like there's never an easy way to say this. But you're like, you have this abundance of love, and that's that right away. I was feeling like there's you're missing something. You feel like you're missing something that isn't going. You don't have enough outlets for the love. And it's built this resentment within you. Because your entire life, no one has, you feel like no one has loved you the way that you love them. And I'm sorry, I know that is incredibly personal. An incredibly personal feeling that you would never admit to, right? And sorry for blowing up the spot like that, because that feels selfish in a way, right? I mean, when you stop and think about it, it's like when you look back on your life, family, friends, lovers, in your mind, you tell you, man, no one loves as hard as you, as deep as you. And that grew a little seed of resentment. So the third card that I get is to look deeper. To know, like, you notice the seed, you see it there, and you try not watering it, right? But it's a constant echo in your life. And so, much like Jessica, right? That it's broken that prayer part of you. You feel at peace knowing this information, almost, you wear it almost as a badge of pride. That no one loves as deep or as hard as you do. You've dealt with that seed of resentment by masking it with ego. And so you tell yourself that you've just come to a place of peace with it, but really, you want somebody that can love you just as much as you love them. And this is why I'm saying it feels like you're almost at times that you're overburdened with love, which is an impossibility. But you don't have enough outlets for you as far as you're considered. And I really feel like this has held you. You feel like this has held you back. Look, help him. Thank you. Now, you feel like it's held you back. Sorry, taking a minute because I felt the defensive walls go up. And I know I'm hitting on things that are intensely private. Sorry. But that's how I do it. Okay, so it's weird because I feel like walls went up the minute I said ego. That's okay. See, here's the thing. No, I got it.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
And I say that because it's not. I don't mean it in a bad way. Just understand that it's a self-defense mechanism that you have employed to deal with the fact that nobody loves as hard as you do. Okay? And that's not your fault. But you have made a commitment to... It's who you identify yourself as. Without saying it. You know, you would never go up to someone. You got more sense than that. Go up to, no one loves people as much as me. That sounds crazy. But it's what you feel. It's been a source of a lot of conflict through the years that may not have necessarily needed to have. But it works out all in good, all in your good. I mean, this is something that feels like it wouldn't be coming up if it's not something that you haven't been thinking about a lot lately. And the problem is that you have no outlet because you're aware of how it sounds. It sounds bad, right? It sounds very egotistical. It sounds very selfish, but it's not. I personally think it's a good thing, and I think it just requires an adjustment of perception. So if you've watched me for any length of time, you know that there are certain things that I talk about over and over again. perception is one of them. It's incredibly important, not just for light workers, but for just everybody. We have to understand how we look at the world and whether that viewpoint jives with the world or not. Now, there is no way that you can have too much love. Not possible. When you love the wrong people, very possible. And even that's not true. That's not a true statement. It's just that it could cause you pain, and nobody. We spend our whole life trying to avoid pain, right? But here's the thing, you've got a lot of love to give, and you've been thinking about that a lot lately, and you've been wondering if you've gone wrong because you expect people to love you in the same manner that you respect them, that you love them. But here's what I want you to think about. Just as there are people of every variety on this planet, just as varied is the way people love each other. When we truly love somebody, we love them with our whole being. Now, for you, your whole being means just complete smothering of love and letting them know every day. For others, it may just be as simple as coming home when work is over, because they were never taught that method of love. But they came from a household where dad never came home after work. He hit the bar first. Or dad was never around, or mom was never around. They might come from that type of environment. So them showing up exactly when they're expected after work, without making any stops, that's their way of showing love. It's a subconscious thing, but it's something that you have to be aware of. You can't, we as a whole cannot expect people to love us in the same manner that we love them. The same level of love, yes. Same level of respect, yes. But everyone loves in a different way. And true love is understanding that and accepting it. And that's why you have to look deeper. I know you feel like you've lost a lot in life. But I'm telling you, one simple adjustment, you're right there. You are right there, Michelle. And your life will be so full of joy, so full of abundance, so full of love. And you'll be able to recognize it because you'll have come to the realization that not everything comes the same way that you give it. You have to open yourself up to the possibilities. Okay? Really. That was a difficult one, but I hope that makes sense for you. I know I kind of took an unexpected deviation, but it's what you needed to hear.
Sometimes it's not what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear.
Yeah, it's one of those situations, man.
You getting something else?
I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm. What's wrong?
I keep seeing like this flowery wreath for her, for you, Michelle. Because I'm still connected to you. And I keep seeing like a flowery wreath, and I don't know what it means. I'm trying to see where it's going. Some male connected to it on the other side. All right. Yeah, I don't know where a ring. Only way that I could describe it is a wreath of flowers. Is what I'm being shown. Feels like there's a male associated with it. It's strange. I've never had this image come through before. From the other side, male figure. So where's the like a ring of flowers? Makes sense. There's a male who crossed who's on the other side that's showing it to me. And it feels like he's saying that you speak to him often, and he's wanting to let you know that he hears you. Well, hang on to the ring of flowers because it'll make sense somewhere. And like a big question you had is if he hears you, and yes, he does. Always. Where's the 16 come into play, Michelle? No, there's a 16 somewhere. So here's the thing: the 16 will come to you. The Ring of Flowers will come to you. Those might be symbols that somebody else can verify for you. So it'll be like two birds, one stone type of deal. He's wanting to let you know, number one, the main thing is that whenever you talk to him, he hears you. That's number one. Especially when you're getting ready. Like, he's showing me, like, when you're in the bathroom just talking to him, getting ready. And when you felt somebody sit on the end of your bed, that was him. Because you had just gotten done talking to him, and he was there with you. But as far as the Ring of Flowers goes and the 16, it feels like somebody will be able to verify that for you. Okay? Okay. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to read you. Appreciate it.
How you doing? How you doing, champ?
I'm fine.
Are ya?
Yeah.
You want to pump up the jam a little bit?
What?
It just seems like you're like...
Nah, man. I'm cool.
Okay.
What you want me to do? Get up and, like, dance?
No.
Do some break dancing and stuff?
If you are new to our channel, please hit the subscribe button and the bell, obviously, because we go live at least twice a week, although we didn't do that this week.
At least once a week.
At least once a week. This is Justin Cardoza, Psychic Medium, also known as the Tragic Medium, but he is doing card readings tonight. I am his wife, and I am a psychic intuitive as well. Now, if you are wanting...
Alright, get up and start doing the robot.
He needs it, right? To kind of...
Don't be dogging me, man. I'm in the zone, dude. Not my fault, man. I'm just picking up on the energy I'm getting, man.
Well, you're like, yeah,
Look, it's a full moon energy. It's we're headed into tis the season, so there's a lot of sad energy. The veil is thinning.
Right. April 16th was the day of his funeral.
There you go. See now, Tracy. That's Tracy taking it to a whole nother level. Crazy. So, yeah, alright. So, Tim's next, yeah?
Yes, Tim is next.
Alright, Tim. Here, you want to shuffle that?
So if anybody else is wanting a reading, a card reading, all you have to do is hit the...
Hey there, Lily. Nice to meet you.
Dominic will put the thing up. It's $25 for a full card reading. Mm-hmm. Tonight, Justin is doing the cards. Of the readings, yeah. If spirits come through, they come through. Spirits are... Yeah, I know. So I figured that, Tim. I figured you definitely want to see how it goes with Justin. I've been letting him do the cards because it's like...
Having a hard time with it, man. I've gotten so used to reading people without the cards. That's why I'm not even lifting them up. I'm just kind of...
He doesn't read... I mean, look, here's the thing. He reads energy.
Huh?
Bragging much?
No, it's just that... That's what I'm saying. It's just... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he works with people who own businesses or if he works for people who if they want to know anything that they need to know about the situation they're in. He has people who own businesses that have difficulties with their employees, or they don't know where to go with their business, or whatever the situation. It doesn't matter. If you can read, he reads people who have passed away, tragic situations. He's worked on murder cases. It doesn't matter. If you're good at reading energy, you're good at reading energy. You can do anything. So that's what he does. So for him, the cards aren't necessarily, what he needs. I use them, but he doesn't need the cards.
That's a good question. Are spirits more active during Halloween? No. No. They're as active as they always are. They're just more perceptible by other people around this time for whatever reason.
And the veil thinning is not, it's like Grand Central Station.
Always.
It's like, it starts at the door, it's a doorway, and then it becomes like a patio door, and then it becomes like a garage door, and then it becomes like, just a constant revolve. I mean,
Look, they're always active.
They're always
active. That's the thing. It's just perceptible by more people around this time of year because their attention is drawn to it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a trick question, though.
What time is it here? It is
10:54.
10:54. So if anybody else wants a card reading after Tim, this is the last chance to do last call for card readings.
Closing time.
Closing time. One more call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey and beer. Hi, Kay. Hello. Hello, Gloria. So remember, if you're new, please hit the subscribe. Hit the thumbs up if you like what you see. If you're wanting to book a private reading with Justin for a spirit reading, you can definitely contact him. Contact us. Yep. Well, hello, Gloria. Gloria. I think they got your number. So, last call. And now Tim is up.
All right. So, let's see what Tim got.
So maybe you can get a little more, like enthusiastic. He hates it when I use that word. Remember, Tracy? Enthusiasm. And Dom with the clickety-clack keyboard. I hear a train a-rolling. Let's see. Interesting. Tim is ready. You ready, Tim? He's there.
So I take a minute as I'm looking at these, and I'm trying to jive up energy-wise everything. This is why it takes me a minute. So just bear with me. I am trying to make sense of everything here. So Tim, I mean, here's the thing. Like right off the bat, man, I am feeling like before I even pulled the cards, I feel you, man. Nothing but time, good. I feel like you feel like everything has been coming at you, just one after another after another. And you're waiting for the punches to stop. You're waiting for that flurry of incoming hits to stop. And the longer you wait for the incoming flurry of punches to stop, the more it's eroding away at your belief in yourself. Now look, I know as a man, that's not something that we would ever admit to. But we go through periods where that happens. And as a man, I know that it's not like guys get together and talk about that type of shit. We don't do it. And it feels like you had this flash of inspiration and it faded. And you feel like man, was that crazy? Was that like a flash in the pan? Was I not supposed to do that? And now you're starting to overwhelm yourself with all of these doubt-filled questions. But you're strong, man, because you fight those off. You fight them off consciously with optimism. I know you feel yourself slide into this negative place, this dark place, and you insulate your family from it, and you combat it with being optimistic about things. And you put on an air of confidence because you have to. But really you're screaming inside. Screaming into the void, man. And I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you because, man, I've been there. And you can't let anyone know. We can't let anyone know that dealing with all this shit going on. But what happens is you start getting accused of withdrawing. What's wrong with you? 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 And what are you supposed to say to that? You're dealing with all this shit, and you're trying to protect your loved ones from that because you got to be the strong one. And here's the thing. I know that you keep optimism up and you keep looking for a miracle. You know what I mean? Like that Hail Mary pass, man. But You're looking for the burning bush, man. It's not a burning bush out there. Because it's in here. It's in there. It's within you. And you've got... There it is. Rather than gaining your optimism from hope, you should be gaining your optimism from your inherent strengths. Your inherent strength of commitment, your inherent strength of love, of honor, of family. Those are the things that you derive your strength from, not from looking for miracles. Miracles happen, but when we're looking for them, we don't see them. Okay? Miracles happen every day, but when we are actually looking for them and seeking them out, they don't happen. It's not how it works. And so, you see, your inherent strength are all strengths that have been endowed to you by God. Okay? You know that. You know that it's God that you draw your strength from. I'm pointing out the characteristics that are your boon, the boon to your strength. Your ability to make wise decisions when you're not overwhelmed with things. But you see, one of the side effects that you've been dealing with all the shit that has been piling up on you, and forgive me for saying things the way I'm saying them, but there's no other word to describe it, is that, you've been neglecting yourself. And so here's what I would say, man, is that the hit to the inherent belief in yourself, which you're still able to conjure up a facade of confidence that you need to go forward in day-to-day life. But deep down inside, that questioning of yourself isn't from your circumstances so much as it is your reaction to your circumstances. Let me explain. So your circumstances happen. Oh crap, what now? What's next? Okay, the punches keep coming in. Alright. And it's like a boxer in the corner of the ring, and you're rolling with the punches, right? And you're deflecting, you're trying to bob and weave, and you're blocking everything you can, but some are landing, man. Some of these punches are landing. And you're waiting for that 10-second mark, that banging on the ring, but it's never coming. So the deep down, the confidence is you blocking all of these things coming in, right? But deep down, you're like, how much longer can I keep blocking these? How much longer can I keep deflecting these blows? How much longer can I absorb this punishment? That's where the erosion of your belief in yourself is happening, on that level. It hasn't affected your outward performance yet, but it's beginning by you not taking care of yourself in the way that you need to take care of yourself. letting little things slip, little things slide, catching it at the beginning. Resigning yourself to, well, maybe this is just how it is. You know, not doing anything that makes your soul sing. And in fact, starting to tell yourself that there's just no way that you could do whatever it is that makes you happy. And so the optimism is a crutch that you're leaning on. And you're worried that, man, if this barrage doesn't end soon, I don't know what I'm going to do. But here's the thing, man. Just like in boxing, the end of your round is coming. The difference is that you decide when the end of the round is. And when the end of the round happens, man, you've got a corner, man. You've got people in your corner that you can talk to. Communication is the first thing to break down with you. Communication, man. That's the key. That's the key that's going to set everything right. Because guess what? Instead of each person taking their own beating and eating the punches, alright? Now you got a tag team against one. It's 2-on-1 versus 1-on-1. Because look, man, life is a mighty opponent. But no matter how mighty the opponent, we are equally strong enough to take on the task. And we're more than twice as strong when we have somebody to take on the task with. That's really it, man. I mean, look, as far that is the nuts and bolts of what's happening now. I feel like you had an epiphany at some point a little while ago. And it faded. And everything just kind of went back to gray. Just grinding along, man, grinding along the path. You're waiting for the beating to stop, you know? But you decide when that beating stops. And it starts with communication. Being able to conquer things head on as a unified front. I'm telling you, this is how darkness is operating with you and yours, man. It's eroding your communication to isolate. That's how darkness works, guys. Okay? It works in different ways, but its ultimate goal is always the same. Always. And it only attacks here. Okay? It's not a boogeyman in the closet. There's not, a devil with pitchfork and all that shit. No, man. It attacks through fear. Fear's the mind killer, man. You know? Human beings are dual-natured. Okay? Everything in our existence is dual-natured. Light and dark. Alright? Now, so when I say darkness, don't take that as it's not evil per se. okay? I don't want to be misconstrued. But like when I say that I do readings and I operate from the light, it's because I have to be in a zone of pure light, because light is the medium in which information is transferred. Just like on CDs, right? It's a laser. All of our souls' transactions are recorded in light. And so I have to be in that zone. Naturally, here's the thing. As a human incarnation, we cannot process what light is, what pure light is. We need darkness to offset it so that we can recognize it. As such, that's why sometimes, the light and dark is always seeking to balance each other out. It's never a perfect balance. It's always a battle. That's what the battle of light and dark is, okay? Is the fact that that's why for so many people, when things are going good, they worry because they know that darkness is going to come to try to balance it out. It's a very short-term viewpoint. And see, that doubt, that self-doubt is fear. Human beings are only capable of two emotions, man. Love and fear. Any negative emotion that you can think of derives from fear. Okay, so that right there, you're going down a path you have to stop and think, am I still doing the right thing? That's fear, man. That's fear creeping in. What's up, Savannah? And it's all good. That fear is there to... It's a check. It's a self-check, man. Fear is a primal emotion designed to help us survive. Because think about it. If we're walking along a path and it's been too easy, and we stop checking, lion jumps out with dinner. That's what that fear is there for, man. But you can't allow that fear. Once you've made a wise decision to pursue something, pursue it. Don't let fear stop you, or the fear of failure stop you. You see, because failure is just one way that it didn't work. Failure is an education. So fear of failure is really fear of education. I know, Tim, man. Hey, look, communication, man. Making time for yourselves. You can take all the time for yourselves that you want and not have any damn communication whatsoever. I would prioritize communication above, time for yourselves. Because you could be taking care of the babies and still communicate. Fix communication, everything else will smooth out. A little bit, at least. It'll become exponentially easier than doing it on your own.
Sometimes you gotta find what is blocking the communication. Like, sometimes I'll say something to you and you're saying the same thing to me, but we're using different words.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I get frustrated. And you're like, you see it the whole time,
Yeah, I'm like, we're saying the same damn thing. What's wrong with you?
Right.
I agree with you. Oh my God. Yeah, but that's part of it, man. And it's okay. Look, it's bumps in the road, man. It's nothing detrimental. It's just something that I see that...
It's when you stop communicating that becomes the problem.
Well, and we're just at the beginning of that. So look, it's... your wife has to lean on you more and you have to lean on her more. You're both stronger. You know, you guys got to stop treating each other like the other one's fucking fragile. That the slightest little thing is going to break them. You're not. You're both resilient warriors in this thing. So, you know, link up and 300 through it, man. Right, it doesn't work as well through text. Yeah, that's why, you know, screw texting, man. Old school. So, that's it, man. Look. You guys have challenges, no doubt. But there's nothing that you two can't conquer if you link up and you sync up together.
And maybe it's, you know, maybe it's the fear of, you know, because that's the topic. I'm curious.
No, here's what's happening, Roseanne. Here's what's happening with them. They both they love each other so damn much that they don't want the other one to feel any pain. So they each try to take on all of the pain for themselves and soldier through it, not realizing they're both carrying the same load anyway. It's the total load, right? So get together, link up in the middle, and carry it together rather than trying to carry it individually. That's the bottom line. But it all comes from a good place. That's the irony of it, is that it all comes from a place of love, of not wanting the other one to have any kind of a burden.
Yeah. I've learned, I recently learned that about you.
What?
Well, you know, that you don't want to fail me. And you know, but it's just, it's, I mean, I had to find that out through, you know, meditation methods, but the point is that sometimes we have to have that other perspective, and maybe it's the communication. You know, don't be afraid to lean on each other, because that's the test in that tough time.
Mm-hmm. That's what breaks couples, man.
Don't be afraid to lean on each other.
Nothing else breaks up a couple faster than lack of communication. Communication
is the key.
I'm telling you.
And if
that's why, you know, two separate couples could go through the same difficulty. Each one reacts different ways, and one will make it through, and one won't, and it's a sad thing. But really, in Tim, in your case, man, really, you don't give your wife credit enough for being strong enough, and vice versa with her. It's not that she doesn't give you credit. She wants to spare you pain. And it's, dude, you guys are doing yourselves a disservice, man. You got to tackle things head on together.
But you both have to have, but they're also in limbo with their life and things.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about their relationship, man.
Right, but I'm saying, yeah, okay.
Limbo got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I understand that there are certain things in life that cannot be helped.
Right.
When things are out of your control in life, that is specifically when you need to lean on the other person, and you need to lean into it together.
Right. That's true.
Because there are times when you don't get answers.
Right.
That becomes exponentially more difficult when you're trying to deal with it by yourself. And don't go down that road.
No. It's just like you gotta be, it's gotta be like, it's gotta be.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Tim. He said, I'm glad I got a reading from Justin as well. Roseanne helped me with my path I'm on, and Justin's given me tools to make it down the path.
Oh, well, good.
See that? There you go. Hey.
Good. Well, I'm glad he
Huzzah.
And, you know, he's, you know, I just, they're a lovely couple.
Definitely, man.
You know, and
Nothing you can't do, without each other, man.
that's exactly right, man. I mean, and we know.
Shit.
We know.
Shit.
We know we going through it. We're going through it.
Mm-hmm.
But just stay the course.
Soldier on, man. Soldier on.
I mean, we've seen people. I mean, we've watched, we've talked to a woman whose child has been murdered. And they stayed together.
Yeah. That's...
And
yeah.
I mean, there's things that we've seen, but it's like, and we've seen people, it's the communication. If you can't communicate, you'll...
Yeah.
And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I mean, like, I get, the why you bitching at me, or like, that kind of thing. But it's like, it's because I get stressed out and I have high anxiety and, but whatever. And then when you bottle it up, I get pissed off, because you try to hold your stuff in. And I don't like it when you don't communicate. But it's one of those things, and then I have to beat it out of you physically. Not physically, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
what's going on over here? You hear these threats?
Ball breaking. Like, I'm just like, I go nuts, and it makes me more anxious because you don't talk.
She's got to beat it out of me physically.
I didn't mean
ball
physically,
breaking. Threats, man.
I think
see?
I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not
don't know
communicating. Shit, I don't know how to communicate at this point.
Spousal abuse. Yeah, you see that? See what I got to put up with over here?
We both work hard at what we do, and it's hard to see that from the other side all the time. See, and Tim, and that's good. I mean, like, your wife beat you too, yeah. Well, and it's funny because, Tim, we feel like we don't work enough. Like, no matter what we do, we're constantly spinning our wheels. Mm-hmm. Or, like, what did we do wrong? Like,
yeah,
we're constantly asking ourselves that question. Hell, we haven't been out. And we don't have anybody to watch it because we haven't even been out on a date in over
it doesn't matter.
a year.
It don't matter.
No, I know. But
even harder with twins.
Huh?
Damn right.
It is harder with twins. Hell yeah, it is.
Although Geo counts as like 4.
Every day
is a battle. Man. I'm telling you. So yeah. But yeah, look, you're going to be all right, man. You guys are going to be all right. Pull through. It's, you just add an armor right now, man. That's all these things are designed to do, make you tougher, man. Add metal. Adding metal to the relationship, it's all good, man. You look back on it and be like, damn, what the hell were we doing? Young and stupid. Don't know what the hell, It's all good, man. It'll all work out. All right, so if there's no other card readings, I'm going to call it a night because it's 11:30. And yeah. All right. Anyone?
Everybody good?
Peace. I'm out. Take it easy.
We're just going to end it like that?
I mean,
yeah, how else you want me to end it?
Say
thank you so much for joining us on Beyond the Reading.
It isn't Beyond the Reading.
Whatever it is.
Yeah,
whatever we call this thing of ours. Hey, this thing of ours. Ooh.
Oh, see, you had to wait for the comments. I know we were in the middle of the storm. We got a glimpse of the calm in the eye, so we know.
Yeah.
Exactly, Tim. Exactly.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for stopping in.
Yes, thank you.
All right, peace.
All right, see you guys.